Hey, hello leaders. This is Paul and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges. This is the daily show that equips team leaders to lead through the challenges they face every day and to give you some tips to how to work your way through those challenges. So today I want to talk about change. You know, a lot of times we talk about change as change management, right? And we kind of lose track or lose sight of the fact that leadership is really involved in change, and it has to be. When we only try to manage change itself, that's when things break down. So I want to call it change leadership here, because as leaders, we need to be involved in all the changes that are going on around us. Now, when I think about change, one of the things that really pops into my mind very clearly is when I was in the military, it seemed that like we changed uniforms every other year. And the funny thing is, you had like a year and a half or 2 years to get all the changes done on your uniforms before it was mandatory. And you had some people like waiting till the last possible day to make those changes on their uniform. They would wear the old uniform until the last possible day, and then they'd come in the next day wearing a new uniform. We even had people around us that would basically just get out of the Air Force because they refuse to change. And that's the way it is with all changes in organizations. You're going to have some people that are going to be highly resistant of that change. And they're going to resist it. They're going to refuse to change, some of them. Well, I do a lot of work with the DISC evaluation, right? And the DISC, the S in the DISC, all right, there's 4 behavioral styles in the DISC evaluation, the D, the I, the S, and the C. And the S's make up about 70% of the population. So 70% of the workforce that you have could possibly be S's or partial S's. And the one thing about S behavioral styles is they do not like change. However, what they do like is they like benefits to the team. And they like things that are going to bring good benefits and good wins to the team as a whole, because the S's are your most loyal people. They're your team players. So the thing is that most people and most organizations, when they roll out change, they just roll it out and they fail to lead their way through the change. So where change leadership comes in, that's where the leaders really need to get involved before the change ever happens. Change leaders go out there and they inform the entire team, the entire organization about the upcoming change. They soften that blow. You know, you don't have an immediate big boom, the change comes and people just start freaking out. And remember, 70% of your workforce have that S behavioral style. So if you just roll out changes without any real good explanation ahead of time and real good, tell them about what the benefits of change are going to come or the changes are going to bring, they're going to be freaking out. So do the math here. 70% of your workforce being totally resistant to the change, that's not going to turn out well for anybody. That's where leadership really gets involved and rolls out that change, starts talking about the change as soon as you get wind of it. Start talking about the benefits to the change for individuals and for the entire team, and get them to the point where they believe that the change is needed. That is when you're going to see all those S behavioral styles, the 70%, they're going to start jumping on board before the change even starts to take place. And when that happens, you're going to have a really good steamroller going when that change takes effect, because 70% is going to be on board. They're going to want the change because they're going to know the benefits up front, and they're going to want to get it done as soon as possible. You're going to still have some resistors, all right? They're never going to go away. You're going to have people that'll quit because they'll refuse to change. And you know what? That's okay. Let them quit. Let them retire. Because if you're not changing, you're not growing. If you're not changing, you're not improving. But the thing is that it's important to get that change leadership right. You need to roll out that change earlier. It's the most critical step of any change that you'll ever do in your life. You have to make sure your people know that that change is needed. Let them know the benefits. Hey, that's it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And until tomorrow, run to your challenges.